Welcome back to the Gweilo 60 channel. I did this video yesterday, but I did it in the subway, and because there's music playing in the background everywhere, I got multiple copyright strikes. So I'm out here doing it again in the open air. It's cold out today. It's been raining for the last 3 days, and it's been dingy. Oh, before we get started here, go over and subscribe. I think I'm 490 away from the 100,000 mark, so throw me a bone, guys. She's been a busy week, I tell you that right now. First thing I did was had to go change Weifang's nationality from Chinese to Canadian. Sure, she had a Canadian passport, she gave up her Chinese passport, but when you're dealing with local property changes, they don't know about the federal stuff, so you've got to go to your local police station and you've got to go through all of the paperwork to change your nationality on a local level. So, and it's part and parcel. How can I have the property changed into my name when the locals think that she's Chinese, but she's carrying a Canadian passport? You have to prove who she is, type thing. A family relationship, kinship, and the whole 9 yards. So we've got all of the documents together, except for the death certificate that has to be notarized in Canada. Then it has to be authenticated by the provincial government where Weifang passed away. Then it has to be authenticated by the Chinese visa office, and we're going to be doing that in Calgary because I've got friends and family in that area of Canada. So that's where we are with that. Another thing, when you come to China on a Q2 visa, resident permit, whatever, everything except for an L and an S visa, you have to check in with your local, you have to register with the police here. Okay, and you're supposed to do it within 24 hours. Well, 2 weeks later I think, oh geez, maybe I should do this, guys. And so I looked for the police station that used to be there, and it wasn't there anymore. It was a subway entrance, actually a subway entrance into line 5. Okay, well, and that's good. So then we had a police station in our apartment complex. No, they moved too, 13 kilometers away. So I jump into a DD and I head over there. They say it's a wrong police station. So then they pointed me in another direction, and I finally made it to the right police station here yesterday. And it was just doing it on an app. But you got to do it on an app at the police station because they've got to verify your information and then print out a confirmation and give it to you, so if you're asked about it, you've got all of that. Okay, well, so I'm registered with the police and I changed Weifang's nationality, so I got something done. And I've been trying to do most of this stuff on my own, but when you get into documents and dealing with stuff, you got to rely on people that speak Chinese and English. Okay, and I've leaned on some people here over the last 2 weeks, and they've come through spectacularly, if that's a word, and helped me get through my banking. You know, the change of nationality for Weifang, the funeral that we had for Weifang, and a lot of people showed up. It was quite heart-wrenching, but to say the least. You know, and buying a plot for Weifang, and you know, just all of the little things and big things too that a person has to do when you're in a position like this. And so I'm trying not to rely on them as much as I did in the past. And I feel, I was trying to get through there, but I see that I'm not going to be able to. Bikes everywhere. And I do feel a little bit isolated here over the last couple of days because sort of being on my own. I used to be able to rely on Weifang. You know, she was always right beside me all the time. But that doesn't happen anymore in my world. So I'm feeling isolated. I've got to learn some of the language. A teacher offered to teach me Chinese, so maybe I'll take her up on that. just for the fact that if I learn anything, it's better than what I've got right now, type thing. So that's one of the priorities on my list of things to do, is to learn more Chinese. Try to not be so isolated, you know, it's difficult. When you're a foreigner in a foreign country, even if you've got a lot of years and you know lots of people, and I have been connecting with a lot of people like Tenyan and Xiaobo and Nicole and Man and Hai Lin and Along and you know, all of these people that I've had as friends over the last 20 years. I'm getting back in touch with all of these people. We're going out for supper with a couple of them here this evening at the Yongjiang Hotel. And I think that's important, especially because two of them speak English, so I've got somebody to talk to. Like, holy smokes, it's difficult. It's more difficult than I thought it would be on my own. And the isolation is a real thing in my life right now. I'm sure it's a passing phase, because I'm still in that sort of twilight zone, you know, between reality and fantasy type thing. And hopefully in the next 2 or 3 weeks, because today is like the 15th day I've been in China. So I've been here just over 2 weeks. Seems like I just got here yesterday, but I'm working towards, I'm better than I was when I first got here. So things are getting better. It's just taking more time than I thought it would. So I was walking through the subway, line 5. It's got a shopping center that goes, well, it goes a long way. It goes right from, well, line 1 and line 5 are sort of together, but it goes right from the front door of front entrance of Guangxi University all the way to Walmart. I went in there and I didn't even know it existed. I'm going to put a couple clips in this video. I'm sure through this video people are looking at the background and checking out all of the different shops that they've got here. And notice that there's not a lot of people. What this is about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the afternoon. And most people are either at work, at school, but when 6 o'clock or 7 o'clock hits, this place is packed, like packed solid with people. I'm about 5 minutes away from my front doorstep, line 5 subway. I didn't even know this existed up until yesterday when I started walking around the area. Oh yeah, Jason, that's a Burger King 5 minutes away from my front doorstep. Pizza place, it's like 5 steps from or 5 minutes from my front doorstep also. But I started walking through this place and it wasn't even finished 6 months ago, and it's full with shops and whatever. But I walked for 15 minutes to get to the end of it. That's how large this shopping center is, attached to the subway underground by Hojilu. So it's quite interesting how the Chinese can actually develop stuff like this in such a short time period and do it so efficiently. And not only that, but within 6 months, it's full of shops and Burger Kings and pizza places and noodles for breakfast places and stuff like that. It's amazing. And the idea that I was in there yesterday and I went into a little shop in the subway and bought Chang beer. It's a Thailand beer, imported beer, for 6.9 RMB. So let's say 7 RMB, about $1 American or $1.30 Canadian. I know. And then I was drinking it in the subway, not on the train. You're not allowed to drink on the train, but in the subway, underground type thing. And then I went into Burger King, ordered a Whopper, and sat there in Burger King and had a beer and a burger. If you tried to do that in Canada or the United States, they would throw your ass in jail. They would fine you and throw your ass in jail. And people talk about how suppressed and depressed and oppressed China is. Well, I hate to bust it to you guys this way, but it's more free than Canada is at this time. I just spent 2 years in Canada, and now I'm here, and I guarantee you this is a freer society than the Canadian society is right now. I don't know when it changed. You know, back in 2003, it was opposite of that. Now, it is what it is, I guess. Another thing I've been doing is moving money through ATM machines. I had 3 ATM cards, and you're allowed to do 2,500 RMB per ATM card per day. Well, my one ATM card didn't work right off the bat.
Hello.
Hello. Ni hao.
Ni hao.
People are so friendly here, you know what I mean? Like, it's just the way it is. And then the other one, I had money moved to another credit union. Instead of keeping that bank account open, they closed it out on me. So now I'm down to one ATM card. But it's been my go-to operating account ATM for over 20 years. So I have no problem with that institution, which is sort of good. So I've been sucking money out and putting it in my Citic bank account. I got my Citic bank account all redone with new passport and new visa information, my old phone number, but I just about lost that sucker too, because it went dormant, and once your phone goes dormant, they can't spark it up. But it wasn't dormant long enough, so they were able to spark it up, and because all my banking is attached to that phone number. All my banking was attached to my old passport. That's why I was freaking out in Canada when I didn't get my old passport back. But everything is starting to work out. I'm getting things done. I'm oriented more in China now than I was in Canada when I was there. I've got more going on. I don't spend any time at home. I'm always out and about. The beer is ice cold and good. Why don't I have a beer in my hand? Well, because it's not even noon yet, guys. We start that up around 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon, and so I'm doing okay. And this is a small update from Gweilo 60. Oh, at the end of this video, I'm going to put a clip in where I'm actually drinking a beer in Burger King. I thought you guys would like that. You know, it's China. It's different. You can drink beer in Starbucks. You can drink beer. I don't think you can do it in McDonald's. I haven't tried in McDonald's. They're a little uppity, more than these other places. And one more thing before I sign off, I've noticed that taxis and DDs and stuff like that, because the price that you pay. When we got into Hong Kong, where it started out, you know, they automatically charge you a certain RMB amount. Started out at 27 Hong Kong dollars, which is about 23, 24 RMB. Then I went to Shenzhen, and it started out at 13 RMB. Then you come to Nanning, it starts out at 9 RMB. So it gets cheaper as you go to the smaller communities. And, you know, Nanning being between 8 and 9 million people is a smaller community as compared to Shenzhen. But to go 13 kilometers one way in Nanning cost 22 RMB. 22 RMB, so that's $4 and some odd cents. Okay. To do 13 kilometers in Canada from Nanaimo at our home to the Nanaimo airport cost $55. So it costs 220 RMB or more, 275 RMB. Anyway, the idea is that it's more than 10 times more expensive to take a taxi, an Uber, or Didi in Canada than it is here. People get paid less here, yes, but not 10 times less, guys. So they do better here than they do in Canada financially also. Anyway, that's my little shtick for this video, and hope you enjoy it. Hit the subscribe button. Until next time, thanks for watching. Peace out. Bye now. So you guys, I'm sitting in Burger King right now. I'm drinking a beer. I just bought a Whopper, and so being oppressed and suppressed in China isn't all that you think it is. It's being able to go to the subway, do whatever you want, grab a beer, come to Burger King, have a burger and a beer, and nobody cares. So I guess I'm gonna eat my Whopper here, and I'll talk to you next time. Peace out. Bye now.